Is the AI bubble about to burst, or are we just getting started? Today we're diving deep into Nvidia's latest earnings, the company that has literally been powering the entire AI craze. But here's the twist. Wall Street's sky-high expectations, political drama with China, and even Trump wanting a cut of the action, could mean Nvidia's wild ride won't last forever. And trust me, this isn't just about one stock. This is about your money, your job, and maybe even your future. So stick around because the story of Nvidia is the story of the entire AI economy. Alright, let's set the stage. Nvidia is no longer just a gaming company. Yeah, the brand blew up years ago because of its graphics cards, gamers loved them, crypto miners loved them, and suddenly Nvidia was everywhere. But now, Nvidia has become the heartbeat of artificial intelligence. Their chips, those GPUs, are basically the oxygen for every major AI project. You want ChatGPT, you want self-driving cars, you want generative AI that spits out movies, essays, or code. All of that runs on Nvidia's chips. So here's what happened. Nvidia just broke another record. Revenue up 56%, profits soaring, data center sales through the roof. By all logic, this should have been champagne popping time. But here's the kicker. The stock dropped after earnings. Why? Because Wall Street expected even more. That right there is the danger of being the world's most valuable company. When your stock price already bakes in perfection, endless growth, flawless execution, even record-breaking results can disappoint. Think about that. Nvidia is selling more chips than ever. Companies are literally begging for their GPUs to the point where data centers are built around them. Yet Wall Street yawns and says, "Cool, but we wanted bigger fireworks." That's how bubbles form. Expectations run faster than reality. And if you're getting flashbacks to the dot-com bubble, you're not alone. Back in the late 90s, everyone believed the internet would change the world overnight. Companies with no profits, sometimes not even a real product, were worth billions. Sometimes all it took was a website and a .com in your name. Say AI in your business plan and doors open. Don't get me wrong, AI is real, powerful, and transformative. Just like the internet, it will reshape everything. But here's the lesson from history. Just because a technology is revolutionary, doesn't mean every stock tied to it will go to the moon. In fact, most of them don't. The internet didn't die after the dot-com crash, it became bigger than ever. But investors who bought into the hype at the peak, they got wiped out. That's the fear with Nvidia. Are we staring at the Amazon of AI, a company that will dominate for decades, or the pets.com of AI, where expectations just outpace reality until it all collapses? And here's where it gets even messier. Politics. Nvidia's chips aren't just about gaming or AI startups, they are now a geopolitical weapon. The US has restricted Nvidia from selling its most advanced chips to China, trying to choke off Beijing's AI ambitions. Sounds smart, right? Protect the lead, keep the advantage. But here's the problem. That's billions in lost sales. China was one of Nvidia's biggest customers. You think Beijing is just going to sit there and accept it? Nope. They're ramping up their own chip production, and when China decides to compete, history shows they come in cheaper, faster, and bigger. And then there's Trump. He's already floated the idea that US companies should be taxed, like a 15% cut, if they're selling advanced technology overseas. Imagine that. On top of export bans, you've got a political class that wants a slice of the pie. That uncertainty alone could spook investors and companies alike. Here's the big question nobody wants to ask. How many data centers can the world actually build? Right now, it feels like every major company is racing to pour billions into AI. Even fast food chains are experimenting with AI drive-thrus. Banks are building AI risk models. Startups are pitching AI like it's the cure for everything. But at some point, every company that wants a data center will have one. Growth slows, orders flatten. Jensen Huang, Nvidia's CEO, talks like spending will keep doubling forever. But history says otherwise. There's always a ceiling. And when growth slows in a stock that's been priced for infinite growth, the fall is brutal. That sudden reality check hurts more than portfolios. It impacts real businesses and jobs. And here's what really keeps me up at night. Yes, Nvidia is making billions. Yes, CEOs love AI. Robots don't complain, they don't need health insurance, and they work 24/7. But what happens when those robots replace human workers? We're already seeing it. Companies laying off staff while bragging about their AI investments. Call centers, content writing, design, logistics, even some parts of medicine and law, AI is creeping in everywhere. If companies replace workers with machines, who's left to buy their products? You can't run an economy if no one has a paycheck. And here's the paradox. AI may boost corporate profits, but if it destroys too many jobs too fast, it risks undercutting the very system that makes those profits possible. This isn't just about Nvidia's stock price. So what does all this mean for investors, for regular people watching this video right now? If you've been holding Nvidia, you've had an insane ride. The stock has gone parabolic. It's carried the S&P 500, it's boosted retirement accounts, it's made millionaires. But here's the warning. No stock goes up in a straight line forever. At some point, even the strongest companies pull back. And if you're buying Nvidia today, you need to ask yourself, are you investing or are you speculating? People are piling in not just because Nvidia is making money, but because they believe the hype will never stop. Let's zoom out. AI is real, it's not going away. Just like the internet, it will reshape every industry. But history shows us something else. Revolutionary technologies often come with bubbles. Explosive growth, insane hype, sky-high valuations, followed by a crash that wipes out the weak and leaves a few giants standing. So here's the real question. Which side of history is Nvidia on? Will it be the Amazon of AI, a company that dominates for decades? Or will it be the Cisco of AI, a company that still exists, still valuable, but never lived up to its bubble-era hype? So here's my take. Nvidia is still on fire, but we are 100% in bubble territory. Whether it pops next year or 5 years from now is anyone's guess. But history shows us that hype always cools off. And hey, if you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button so more people can see it. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. And if you're really into this stuff, share this video with a friend who's been bragging about their Nvidia stock gains, because trust me, this story is far from over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.